Welcome to Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast, your weekly dose of many discussions and opinions, a show where we get comfortable being uncomfortable. And remember, no topic is off limits. Now let's talk about it. Hey, it's a party. Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast turns 2 today, y'all. And we're here. It's a whole jam session. Take a shot, have a drink, pour some wine. Hey. 2 years old for Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast. I am cheering with y'all. I am in full bliss, y'all. We are jamming. It's a whole jam session. Take a video, post it. Show me that you're celebrating with me, y'all. And we're back, guys. This is Double Dose of Raw Talk Podcast with your favorite host, Misty. And yes, you got it right. It is going to be a Solita episode, but very, 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 very small dose on it because I just want to take in the moment. I want to be able to celebrate by myself, with my family, with my kid. I cannot believe that we are here. I wanted to open this up with a full-blown jam session because you know what, it counts. We have to celebrate. We have to celebrate every single win, every single accomplishment, and to make it to 2 full years since launching this podcast, a whole ass platform. What started with a woman in her mid-30s, a vibrant and bold Latina woman, right? You know, creating a platform to discuss so many different things, you know, friendly debates, intriguing discussions with friends, with family, with special guests, you know, getting a little bit of a controversy hit there, talking all about adulthood, life, motherhood, culture, society, you name it. This platform has evolved into, you guessed it, here we get comfortable being uncomfortable. No topic is ever off limits. And I am just so fucking proud of that, y'all. Like, I am so proud of how far this show has come, of how far I've come as a person, as an individual, as a woman, as a host, as a producer to the show. Just really trying to allow myself to be uncomfortable for my safe spaces and learning little by little, and just really balancing everything out. Life, me being a mom, working mom, single working mom, and doing this, being present, showing up and showing out every single week, having to check myself out a little bit because, you know, life was life and so was my health, and I had to just take a little bit of a rest. I am here dedicating this Solita episode 97 on March 17, 2022. 2 years later from launching this podcast. For one, I totally launched it on St. Patrick's Day. I know it's a little corny. Another excuse to drink, right? But I essentially had a thing with, and always have and always will, the number 7. And I wanted the number 7 to be present even with this launch. And if you have been following me and listening to me from the very beginning, you know that the number 7 lives in my original baby's birthday, my son, who his birthday's in 2 days. So come right back to the pages, social media, and wish my Papa Bear a happy birthday. And I wanted this date to also have a significance to it with the number 7. 7 is my lucky number. That's it. End of story. I know everybody says that shit, but I really mean it. It's my lucky number. And that's why I wanted to launch it on March 17. And if you know the story behind all of this, you know that I almost didn't do it because the pandemic hit right when this podcast was supposed to launch. And although I hesitated, although I second guessed myself and I thought and rethought this whole shit through, I still went ahead and I launched it. And I thank the universe, the powers of be, all the stars in the sky and those zodiac signs and every single angel out there and God and Jesus and Mary for allowing me to just push forward with this project and for it to live on like this far. It's amazing. It's a true accomplishment. a year ago, did not know where else this could go. And to see a year later, y'all, I did a whole live show after I hit my first year. I did it last year in April. And listen, if you know me, I'm still discussing this, possibly doing like a little outing at a little bar or lounge and just celebrating the fact that we're hitting year 2 of this. We just hit this shit twice. We just hit this shit twice. Y'all let it. Y'all ever hit something twice? I'm sure y'all have. So have I. So we just hit this shit twice. And for me, it's like, it's become a fucking crazy of a reality and eye-opening that right around the corner is episode 100. And so I've thought about, should I do a second live show? And I've thought about it, and I'm still thinking about it, y'all, because it's never too late to go ahead and do one. So I'll let y'all know if I change my mind or if I've made up my mind. But it's been a true accomplishment to just be here, to just continue sitting in front of this microphone, to be able to just still share stories with you guys and bring amazing fucking people to this microphone, to this platform, to share their own stories in hopes that everything that we are getting comfortable discussing that most of the world does not, it's something of an impact for you guys. It's something that you guys can relate to, or something that you guys can learn from, or something that you guys can share. And that, I do think, is a true win. And shout out to next week's episode and next week's guest, someone who I've been following for quite some time and I know has made a name for himself in the pod industry, especially here in New York City podcasting. And I'm very, very proud of him. And I'm so excited to have this episode come out because I truly highlighted what it means to be a creative, to put in all this work, and where our true wins are. And then some. He got a little raw with other conversations too, y'all. So you don't want to miss that one. But I say that to say, I'm excited. I'm excited for what else is yet to come with the show, what else is yet to come with Miss T. I want to sit here, and it's not about, oh, I got this many downloads. Although shout out to y'all who keep downloading, and please keep sharing the shows and the podcast itself, and hit 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and leave a dope ass hell review, or go to Spotify and also rate it there, because you could do that now. But I do have to say, like, the true accomplishments for me and what this second year has been like, it's been in the collaborations, to be honest, the sponsorships, shout out to Queens Infusions, the opportunities of creating a stronger network for myself. And I don't mean that just cheesy ass networking shit, none of that scheme shit. I mean like real networking, real partnerships, real collaborations, people who are truly paying attention and who truly want to know more about you, people who see that you support them too. A great moment for me was coming from this whole podcasting space, creating the friendships that I have. I have been still given the opportunity to write for an audio drama. Shout out to The Mermaid and the Lion, and been able to do some voiceover acting still for their season 3. And although I could sit here and be like, yeah, I did that, because let me tell you, Angel and Gaza, the producers and CEOs of the love story and the show, The Mermaid and the Lion, they don't hesitate to give their flowers to whoever they need to give it to. But the true win in that is that I was just given an opportunity, and I was able to tap into that for myself, for me. And I've been able to share space with them, their space, and forever grateful for that. Recently, I was featured, and I talked about this previously in another episode here, Vecina Couture brand, a brand that, to be honest with you, when you think about it, it's not just a robe. One of the things that is embodied with this brand is the concept of vecinas and vecinos. And I've shared this little concept here on this platform also. It was very relevant and relatable to my upbringing and what my community looked like growing up, for my mom too, for my parents. And to know that there's a brand out there who truly represents that and more, and who represents that so much so initially for women and still finds a way to overextend that to the men too. It's so beautiful, just for my community alone, for the Latino community and more as well. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to share a little bit of who I am, who my matriarch is, and what I do, how I service my space, my platform, my listenership, and more, my readers, because I did put out my ebook, y'all. I did it, and ebook number 2 is on its way. You guys will have it in April, I promise. It's almost done. There's just so much that has kept me motivated. And that's really what I wanted to highlight here. It's been the motivation. It's been the motivation. And it's so ironic that that's even the thing I'm going to highlight, because when it comes to my career, when it comes to everything that I believe in and everything that I stand for, motivation is key. Something that I take so much pride in is who I am as a leader, as a person, right? What I represent and for whom, and who I have beside me and who I know is watching me. And when I think about everything that's deep within motivating me, through every single move that I take, every single little thing that I do, every single little thing that I say, whether it's a 9 to 5 or more, because let's be real, they're never 9 to 5s, or here, it is the love for myself. It is the love for my kid. Everything that I do, I know someone all along for the last 15 years has been watching me. And I've said that here countless times. I realize now more and more that there are certain things that the person, my broke best friend who shares this household with me and pays not a single bill, y'all. I realize that he watches my every move. I realize that he is truly the reason, why I stay motivated, not the reason to why I do things. And I'm realizing that. I realized what the underlying reason truly is to kicking off this show. I've been saying the story over and over again. This was me saying no more being silenced, because I had people trying to silence me, right? This is me saying I can speak on whatever I want, however I want, with whomever that I want, that's willing to come and share this space where we get comfortable being uncomfortable, and no topic is ever off limits. And I've been so blessed with that there's people who fuck with me. There's people who fuck with that idea. And I know what this platform services. And I know that anything that I put my mind to and my hands on is going to have a purpose, and I'm going to be able to service. I'm going to be able to give some form of an offering. And I'm so damn proud of that. And the truth is, while I know the reasons why, I know deep, deep within what my motivation is. And I am just so grateful for that, y'all. There's another celebration that's going on right now for me. It's one of my greatest accomplishments in life. And yes, I have degrees. Yeah, I have, a whole career, a whole resume. Yes, I have downloads. Yes, I have all of that. And once again, come back to next week's episode, because it truly highlights what that means for a lot of people and what it doesn't, right? But my greatest accomplishment is actually written on a birth certificate. It's me being a mom for the last 15 years. And the kid is still in one piece, and he is turning out to be an outstanding citizen, y'all. But most importantly is realizing that on a very personal note, on a personal story, and little bits and pieces of it, little doses of it that I've shared on this platform, I've truly come a long way just as a mom, just as the woman that I am. I've truly come a long way for him. I've truly come a long way enough for him to know that he can look at me, he can be proud of me. And I'm realizing that today, that my kid doesn't just love me because I'm his mom. My kid doesn't just say, I'm proud of you, mom, because, he has no option. The kid truly is proud of me. The kid truly does love me. And what he doesn't know, and again, my greatest accomplishment in life has been the change that he has made for me, and every single lesson he has thrown my way. And I want to dedicate this little Solita episode on the second birthday of this baby right here, because I essentially owe it to my 15-year-old baby, my 15-year-old kid, for everything that I've learned in birthing someone and raising it in his first few years, the toddler years. This is what is known for terrible twos. In this space, I've learned what it is to created to birth this podcast, to hold it sustained, maintained, alive, strong for the last 2 years. That is something that comes with discipline. It comes with value. It comes with everything else that people don't teach you. See, I did receive some coaching for this, right? Amazing coaching. Amazing. Shout out to what is today the Elite Podcast Society by Carla Ramirez. But there's everything else. There's everything else. And it's so easy to say consistency and all this other shit, right? But there's everything else. There's everything else that truly, honestly, is not just on the values. Is everything else is deep inside you, about pushing forward and continuing and sustaining it and believing in it. And that takes in itself believing in yourself. And it's a full circle for me, right? Because if I'm able to do that for my kid, if I'm able to do that for this podcast, oh, y'all, with everything else that's coming my way, that's coming out of here too, out of my workspace, out of my creative space, and there's more that is coming. I just can't wait to see it all happen. I cannot wait. This has been probably one of the best and happiest second birthdays ever, because I don't remember mine. And Marcus's was pretty fucking dope, y'all, but this one is pretty dope. This one is pretty fucking awesome. So shout out to all of you guys for supporting this show day in and day out. Well, week in and week out, I should say. Shout out to the Tuesday mini-sode series, A Dose for the Soul. I said it a few episodes ago and I'm going to say it again. It is coming back after episode 100. Yes, it's coming back after episode 100. I said that right. You heard it right. And in the history of Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast and Double Dose of Misty. And I'm super excited for bringing back, our little Tuesday mini-sode series, for continuing having on this platform some amazing individuals and human beings who truly, truly have some of the most amazing stories I've ever heard. And honestly, this is my calling to you guys, my loyal listeners, my followers, my supporters who have been with me since day one. And some of you who are even new. If you know anyone, or if you yourself find it that you know what it is to get comfortable being uncomfortable and talk all topics, because none is off limits, reach out to me. I would love to have some of my following too that could be a guest. I would love to see who else is out there that I just haven't crossed paths with. So share that profile with me. Let me know, because I do have more people coming on the show. There are more connections happening. Your girl is never done pitching out to some dope ass people, y'all. And I'm excited. I'm excited for where this is going to keep going, how it's going to keep going. And it's a party, y'all. It's a full blown party. And I don't want to hear nothing about nobody. I'm just here to dance. I'm here to have a drink. I'm here smiling from cheek to cheek. I'm here to enjoy this moment, enjoy this birthday, enjoy this anniversary, enjoy this second momentum of Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast, because we hit it twice, y'all. Ew. And as always, guys, this has been another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. I am your host, Misty. And you guys, as always, as every single week, will come back next week. Talk to you later. Bye. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And we are live on your favorite podcast streaming platform. Make sure to tell a friend to subscribe, rate, and review. Talk to you later. Bye.